Okay, welcome everybody. I'm just going to get to the slide deck here. And most of you know me. My name's Michelle. I'm a nurse by trade. I'm still working part-time, just ripped home from work here. And oh my goodness, where's the beginning? I guess I just start from there. Play from start. It was introduced to this business a year ago in January, and I was kind of looking for something more health and wellness. Per se, I was doing another business for 8 years and really had a hard time growing it. I could get customers, but nobody really wanted to do the business. There was no system, nothing like that. It was very difficult to get people to stick and stay, business-wise. So I was looking at something more health and wellness, great fit for with my nursing career. And and when I was approached by this, by my actually sponsor in the other business, I jumped in after hearing about it for 3 days. So, and you know what? We have changed so many lives, and you're going to hear some of the testimonials from my guest speaker today. But we Partner Co, where you can see the two hands. We just help each other win and succeed, and we support one another, even if you're not in business like together, like in your line kind of thing. We cross line, we blur the lines, and we are better together. That's our tagline. So we're your wellness partner, your business partner, and your lifestyle partner. You can work anywhere really. All you need is your phone and Wi-Fi. I do a lot of my business off my phone. I did today in my lunch hour, just doing some reach outs and stuff like that. And we help you get healthy and live a more vibrant life. We're finding a lot of people are just kind of going through the motions and not really alive, right? They're just going to work and day in and day out, and you're not seeing that pep in their step. And business partner, like I said, we all help each other grow and succeed, and we can earn trips with lifestyle credits, and we can earn trips. I'll talk about one I just earned after being in the business for just over a year. So we live healthy, we make money, and we see the world. It's nice when we have these write-offs too for business. So I'm really liking that about the company. I did a lot of trips last year actually, but yeah, it's awesome. And we are science and nature collaboration. So we even look at, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later. Even the soil that the ingredients are grown in, they look at those details. So farm to pharmaceutical, precision nutrition. So some of our optimals are in clinical doses, and we say do your research, and we don't claim to cure, treat, or diagnose any disease. And it all depends on how you're following the program. If you're following the foods closely, everybody has individual results. So, and we have solutions that last right to the expiry date. So everything's guaranteed, tested, and proven. And you don't need to have a medical background to know how important that is. We have lots of third-party validations and lots of publicated reports and papers. So, and we have lots of products. Now, I'm not going to talk about all 100 that we have access to today. I will talk about a few of the main ones, but here's the from farm to pharmaceutical, right to the raw ingredients, the soil. I know with our Tahitian noni, they can track back to what actual tree each fruit was taken off to make that juice in the bottle. So that's pretty cool. So we have scientists, we're attracting scientists and doctors of all descriptions, and everything's just hand-picked goodness. It's not like we're noticing a lot of health food stores, it's not regulated, so they can say a lot of things or maybe kind of fairy dust some of the ingredients, and that's kind of their main seller, but you don't really know unless you do your research, read your labels, look at the ingredients, and maybe compare it to some of the products that we have, and you can see the difference. And I was talking about our optimals, precision nutrition. We have a great one called MagnaCal D. So your magnesium, calcium, vitamin D, and just incredible the difference in what that product has compared to what I was purchasing at Costco or Superstore. So really good to have those supplements too, not just your foods you're eating, adding in some exercise and then your supplements. So really important. And if you ever hear Dr. Ray Strand speak, that's what he recommends. You can see all the products that we touch on, anywhere from gut health, like our probiotic, to our skin care, like our Skincerity, immunity, protein shakes, or your meal replacement, weight management's a big one, daily health. We've got energy drinks, you name it. Chances are you're already purchasing this somewhere else. So as a brand partner, it's nice we get great costs to it, 30% off. Our products are guaranteed, tested, and proven. We go way above and beyond. Our mission statement is to promote health and prosperity around the world. So, and prosperity can mean a lot of different things. That's pretty cool. That is our mission statement. And a lot of, like we said, third-party testing. We even attracting Olympic athletes like our Barbara Cox-Lovesey. She was a figure skater. There's Dr. Ray Strand. He's just written his eighth book, Healthy for Life. And he says anybody can release the weight. The biggest win is keeping that weight off. And I've seen it a number of times. My husband, he has tried everything from keto to was it Body for Life was a book we read. Anyways, it was shakes we had to drink and that kind of thing. And then even Ozempic. But he wasn't changing his lifestyle or anything like that. So it wasn't until this he released 15 pounds in 2 weeks and then 30 pounds in 11 weeks. So, and it wasn't until Dr. Ray Strand's wife took ill and he wasn't able to fix her with traditional medicine. And it wasn't until a neighbor told him, "Have you tried natural?" And when he did, she got better. She had fibromyalgia, and now he's changed his whole way of practice. And then we've got our Alberto Pena, who created our probiotic, which got a slow release. It gets digested in the gut where you want it, not in your stomach with your enzymes. So you want it in there. And like we said, our gut is our second brain. Brett West, Senior Director in Research and Development, and we've got a Wellness Council, Athletics Council. You can see all the people we're attracting. And you don't have to be in the medical field to be attracted to this. Once you kind of realize what we have in our hands, um, well, I almost have to pinch myself and I'm like, is this real? Who doesn't want to be healthier and live longer and be there for your grandkids to be able to jump, lay on the floor and play with them and do that kind of stuff. So you can see we are in 7 multi-billion-dollar categories, not million, but billion-dollar categories, from sports performance drinks, functional foods, skincare, and you name it. So I talk about Tahitian Noni because one of our founders, John Wadsworth, was a brand partner for Tahitian Noni, which is pretty cool. So he was on the ground just like we are. When we have any concerns, it goes to him through our council members, and he really listens. So it's pretty special for us as brand partners that we have that support behind us. So this drink, you can have it in a bottle or in a travel size pouch for work or wherever. It helps with your cardiovascular system, your immunity, great with flu season just around the corner, helps balance your mood. I'm a big supporter for mental health and suicide prevention. I lost my dad to suicide when I was 19. So anything that helps with your mood, maybe depression, is huge for me. So, and you're going to see a lot of our products kind of work synergistically together. Some of them might do the same thing. Some might do more in regards to sleep and that kind of thing. So it kind of depends if you want a liquid nutrition or you want something in a powder form. But that is our Tahitian Noni. It helps with joint health, mobility. I mean, you can see all the points there on the side, but it's really good. And you can pour it in a wine glass and it looks like red wine. And some of the products, it takes a little bit to get used to the taste. It's good cold. I love it now. I have it in the fridge and I have about an ounce every night, sometimes more, but yeah, it's delicious. MOA is another one I like to talk about because I've got a girlfriend who was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. Just when she was starting this, she started the drops and then she added in the MOA. The doctor wanted to put her on a bunch of medication for her pain, her inflammation, and with taking this, she's taken it twice a day. She hasn't needed anything. Her inflammation's gone, no pain whatsoever. And it's got 36 superfruits. It's got a little bit of a spice to it and 8 medicinal mushrooms. And you can see it helps with cognition too, your cardiovascular system again, counteracts stress. We're noticing a lot of people have high levels of stress. Once you can bring down that cortisol and balance everything like it's supposed to work, things just work so much better. And when there's stress everywhere you're bombarded with stress, if it's not the prices at the grocery store or the gas station, it's your kids or your family or work life. They just pile more and more on. I find like today is like crazy day at work. But Renew is another one. Michelle McKay, she's my girlfriend that talked me or told me about this business. It wasn't until her mom took ill. She was 55, died at 62 with Alzheimer's, and we're realizing that insulin resistance or type 3 diabetes is one of the leading causes of Alzheimer's, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, circulatory issues. She was noticing that she was having a lot of brain fog. The doctor put her on ADHD medication, antidepressants. She was on hormone pellets, and it would help initially, but then the brain fog would come back. Well, she was losing her way home one day when she reached out to her girlfriend, Cynthia Bolden, who had a health food store. And Cynthia said, I think I have something that would help you. And it was Renew she started with for a year. Now, I noticed Michelle was doing something. She was kind of big into menopause stuff. And I really never reached out to her because we were both pretty loyal with her other business until she called me. But the Renew, within 3 days, her brain fog went away and has not come back. And you can see it helps with libido, which is a big thing, reduces body fat. Now, she's a competitive tennis player, and you can see she's just so defined in her arms there, her muscles. Helps with mood and energy, cell regeneration, and it improves your human growth hormone. Like I think it's our mid 30s or late 20s, we start decreasing in human growth hormone. So that's pretty huge. Helps with sleep too. And I just revamped it with it's got a great kiwi berry flavor. So that's our Renew. Now, this is a new product that we just launched at convention here a month ago, our Max 2O. We're noticing a lot of people who think they're hungry, they're actually thirsty. A lot of people are not drinking enough water. Maybe it's boring, right? They don't like the taste. So this really touches on that. It flavors your water. It's only 5 calories. It's not sweet or salty, and it's got a great flavor, so you're more prone to drink more water. And you can see, even if people drink a lot of water, they're flushing out those essential electrolytes. Here you're adding magnesium, potassium, sodium, and your body needs all that. It helps with muscle cramping. I think I've got another slide here. It's just a little sleeve you add to your water. You can see all the benefits and the symptoms of dehydration. So yeah, that's our new product, Max 2O. Just love it. I have it almost every day. And you can see the symptoms of dehydration, what it can cause, right? Headache, confusion, irritability. So that's a great product for anybody, not just your athletes or the people that work out. This is another one, Everglow, which is huge. We're getting really good before and afters with this one. I have taken pictures, but I haven't put them side by side yet. Good for hair, skin, and nails. You can see the results on the right. And it is 3 scoops. 3 scoops you're adding to 6 ounces. Tastes delicious, white peach flavor, and mixes really easily. And it's I know Dr. Josh Plant related it to kind of like the pebbles between the brick sidewalk. It helps with your extracellular matrix, so it helps plump that up. It's better than just collagen. It helps your body produce more collagen. So That's incredible. We start losing that at a young age too. You can see it promotes younger looking skin from head to toe. People are showing their arm pictures, like the creepiness in their arm. It helps retain your natural hair pigment, delays grain. Geez, I know I need my roots done, but I wish I would have had this a few years ago. But it's great if it delays any more grain. And we have an internal sunscreen, and we know how much the sun does damage to your skin, so it helps prevent sun damage before it even starts. So that's pretty cool. And you can see some of the pictures. That's Tammy Malkiziak, and that's just in 7 weeks. Oh, and I don't know if I got, I don't have Shelley's, but we do have some other great before and afters I have to add in there. So our flagship product are our day and night drops that just launched in Canada. We have them on the ground now, which is cool. We can have them in clinics, hair salons, gyms, you name it. So that's cool. And I can talk about all the ingredients. You can see, I mean, I know that print is pretty small there on the right, but it helps provide support for your healthy glucose, helps maintain normal blood sugar levels. And that's what we said. We're, we're bombarded with processed and packaged foods. Sugar, the sugar addiction is so great. Sometimes they say it's worse than cocaine addiction. And once you can follow a low glycemic foods and take the drops, you see results twice as fast. And these drops you're taking, it's really easy. The day drops 10 or 15 minutes before your meal. And the night drop, you're taking one or two dropperfuls, 1 or 2 hours before bed. The day drop is zero point 0.7 and it's got a dropper inside the bottle, so really easy to take. I believe I got the ingredients and the benefits. So it helps curb your appetite, helps with that hunger hormone, and you're going to see that everything gets balanced. Your blood pressure, your blood sugars, your thyroid. It's got white kidney extract, and your cacao. It's got a little bit of a chocolate tinge taste just because of the cacao bean, and it's got cinnamon. So you can see it's herbal. It doesn't have to be held under the tongue. All natural ingredients. We're pretty lucky to have this in Canada because Canada's regulations are so strict. And then our night drops have the L-theanine, which is huge. It gives you a calming effect. It doesn't make you drowsy. You won't be dragging around the next day, but that L-theanine is really good for sleep. And we're noticing a lot of people who don't sleep well are more prone to reach for those sugary drinks or foods and probably not add in a lot of exercise because they're tired. And sleep is huge for, planning your meals and knowing what you're going to eat. You're going to spend a little bit of more time maybe preparing your meals. So that's huge. You can see the vitamin C and the holy basil, all the natural ingredients. So you can see some before and afters, and they are all real people. I've met a lot of them. For instance, here, this is me, and this was 7 weeks. I mean, I wasn't into it for more of the weight loss. It was a little bit different. I saw the business side right away, but I wanted it for energy. I wanted it for mental clarity and better sleep. But I lost about 9 pounds, and I had twins, so I noticed, I have that little pouch there, but I never had a flat stomach or muscle there. But I just feel good. Your clothes feel good. And you don't have to stay on these drops indefinitely. You stay on them until you reach your goals, and then you can slowly introduce them if you notice the weight is creeping back up maybe after a holiday or something like that. So you don't have to stay on them indefinitely. There's my husband after 11 weeks. The first picture, we were in Australia, and then that was 11 weeks. He had released 30 pounds. So there's Valerie. She's from Victoria Island, and she won the Slenderize Challenge in 2018. She released, I want to say, 43 pounds in about 3 months in all the right places. You can see the waist and the hips. And like we said, always do a before picture measurements, weight, because sometimes you don't see the needle moving on the scale, but you notice how your clothes are feeling a lot better. There's Dr. Crystal Vance on the right. Now, she's a chiropractor. She owned her own practice. And as a physician, she said she knew what she needed to do, but that addiction with that sugar. And in the education part, right? So she released 80 pounds doing something else and the other 80 or 83 with our slender eye system. And she's been able to keep that off. I believe it's been about 7 or 8 years. So now she's sold her practice and she works with Partner Co full time. So I've met her a few times. She's amazing. There's Suzanne, she's local to me, and you can see just in the face that inflammation. She's actually released, I believe, 52 pounds. And I just posted recently a picture of her belt loop, right where she's had to cinch it in a lot more, and she's just noticing so many wins. There's Brenda. She's a full-time hairdresser, still working full-time. She wanted to release 30 pounds in 6 months, and actually in 6.5 months, she released 100 pounds. So that's pretty cool. There's Pat. She is local to me too, and she's had some great results. Lori, I think it was 42 pounds she's released. She's got so much energy. She's chasing her grandkids. She's just got her number 12th, I think. And she was helping ladies in their garden this year, and she was gardening up and down on her knees. She said a year ago, before these products, she would have never been able to do that. So there's Charlene and Robert. You can see the difference. Wow, hey? And here's Suzanne. This is my special guest today. And Suzanne, it wasn't until we spoke the other day, we didn't realize we both had a set of twins. Um, I have a boy and girl twin, and you're a mom to twin girls, and you have a boy. You've been married 40 years. Incredible. Congratulations. And she's got a passion to help people transform their health naturally. She loves nature. Her happy place is where she can recharge and find inspiration each and every day. I know her and TL do the 28-day challenge, and they're just finishing that. You were talking this morning about all the wins and all the people having so much success there. So welcome, Suzanne. Thank you so much for jumping on and being my guest today. I do have another slide with some before and afters, but if you want to just share a little bit about yourself, we'd be honored.
Absolutely, Michelle. I'm honored to be here this evening, to be with everyone. And thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. And you're right, we do have quite a bit in common when it comes to our beautiful twin children there and being almost the same age, over the 60s and just really enjoying life. But yeah, thank you again.
I'm
And
not over 60 yet.
what's that?
I'm not over 60 yet. I'm there. I'm close. I'm
Okay, well, you're
58.
close.
58.
Well, there you go. Pretty close.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was good to share so many things, of course, with my wins there this morning. But yeah, my transformation has been quite remarkable, and it's nice to be able to just share. We all know sharing is definitely caring. So as I share my story, you'll probably notice there's a lot of an accent coming out of me. I am French. Is my first language. So if I do get my French and English mixed up, I promise you, you'll understand me by the time it's done. I am from friendly Manitoba, Canada, and totally enjoy what I'm doing now. So I want to start by, I was stuck, like, like a yo-yo of weight struggles, like so many people. And for years and years and years, like, I even entered, like you said yourself, Weight Watchers. I've entered U Weight, keto, and sure, there was some wins there where you had lost and there was some good results, but it was almost like it was coming back, and I just knew something all this time was missing, right? And no matter how active I stayed, even, and I used to be in piloxing all the time, yoga, boot camp, steady active. But again, it was like, yeah, something was definitely missing and struggle for several years. And then, of course, COVID hit. Well, we all know what happened with COVID. We all got locked down. Well, that made things a lot worse for me anyway. I couldn't go out to do my activities whatsoever. started, of course, making some bad choice, and I was really, really feeling it. It's like my health actually took a nosedive, and I really felt drained and heavy and frustrated, and the pain, my goodness, was unbelievable. It started in my knees, it moved to my back. And just to say, it was like 2 years before COVID, actually. Myself and my husband got into a car accident where a truck driver hit us from behind. With that being said, it left me with an injury in my left shoulder where I had to go for a rotator cuff um,
Surgery.
replacement.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was right after COVID as well. So I had gone for that rotator cuff surgery, come back home, and here we go with no mobility, can't be in the kitchen cooking. You're ordering out steady, more weight is piling up, more pain is happening. I just felt like my life slipping away. And, the days of low energy was just unbelievable. I felt like a couch potato. I'd sit on the couch feeling like I'm not motivated. I have no energy. It's frustrating. My clothes, I was wearing heavy clothes just to hide what I had. I felt
Right.
terrible. And my confidence really low. Of course, I didn't want to go out. I just didn't feel good in my own skin. So I just knew that, I had to really do something to change me and change my family. And I get a message shortly after from a beautiful Dion Hill. She's a nurse. She's a beautiful lady with two beautiful children. And she says, like Suzanne, she says, I just wanted to bring it to your attention. I'm starting a 28-day weight loss challenge, and I'd love to know if you could attend the challenge with these incredible body balancing drops. And I said, Dion, at the time I didn't know about the drops. And I said, please give me a couple of days. I'd like to do a research and really learn about these drops. And I can make up my mind from there. But I'd like to put something good in my body if I'm going to do something good. So she said, okay, not a problem. Well, it was only 3 days after. I've watched Dr. Strand's video, Dr. Crystal's videos. Um, I did research on the drops, so I contacted Dion and I says, guess what, Dion? I'm in. I'm all in with these body balancing drops. So here we go. We start the very first 28-day weight loss challenge. And let me tell you, I took all the time I had to take to do what I had to do to get prepared for this 28 full days I was getting myself into. And we had a Zoom. I remember the first challenge, halfway through the challenge, and Dion's asking everybody if there was any
Right.
problems with the challenge type thing, if we could come up and talk to people. And I was the first one to raise my hand, and I said, you know what, Dion, I have to be honest here. Um, I can't believe I did that yesterday, but I thought I'd have to share it because I went 2 weeks following everything I was supposed to follow. And when I went into the cupboard yesterday, I said, I noticed I had left one thing in the cupboard and I didn't clean that out. And that was my Oreo cookies.
Oh,
You all know what cookies can do, right? However, and I said to everybody on the Zoom, and there's a lot of people, and I'm like, I actually went into the box, opened up the box, and I had a cookie. um I didn't feel so good about that. But the sugar craving and whatnot is stronger sometimes. So I went for that second cookie. Well, that wasn't good enough. 10 minutes later for the third cookie, and I thought, enough is enough. You've worked too hard. Don't do this. So I took the box, I threw it in the garbage can. And I said to Dion, I can't believe that I still wanted that fourth cookie. I literally went into the garbage can, opened up the box, and had my fourth blessed cookie. But when I pulled away from there, there was a can of Raid beside the garbage. I took that Raid and I sprayed those cookies like there was no tomorrow. And let me tell you, that was the end of those
Oreo
type of
cookie.
treats. So I finished off the full 28-day challenge clean the way it was supposed to. And I had released 19.9 pounds.
Wow, good for you.
Well, yeah, that gave me the fire to just stay motivated and keep going and going. I kept on doing more challenges and more challenges. So it wasn't even 5 months. And my goal was actually to lose 50 pounds or release 50 pounds. And 4.5 months, I released 54 pounds and 29 inches.
Good for you.
I
Wow.
felt alive.
You look amazing. You look
The
amazing.
energy. Yeah, it's like I turned back the clock 10 years and I couldn't believe 60 years old and I still had the looks of the abs there and I'm like, "Wow, this is really possible, right?" And of course you just showed a picture of the pants that
Oh yeah.
uh
Oh, you still have them. Well,
I
you can probably get into one leg actually, huh?
I can. I don't know if you can see, but
Yes,
yeah.
you
I mean,
can.
I would never want to go back to those
What
jeans
size was
again.
it? What size?
Oh my gosh, do I have to say it was like a
Yes, you
38?
do.
But 38, it was, yeah, huge and huge. So, with that being
You.
said, feeling alive, getting the energy, and my confidence started coming right back. And I thought, you know what? This program totally, totally works. I've got to start talking about it. And the more I talked about it, the more people got onto it.
Mm,
And then TL reached out to me, and this transformation took place just remember 2 years ago. I've been able to maintain it for 2 years, and that's the
that's
beauty of
the
it.
biggest win. That's
You
the
know,
biggest win. Yeah.
yeah, the biggest win. And you've talked about, getting off the drops and coming back on. Well, I would get off the drops maybe a month, but my body would tell me when I had low energy, bad moods, and cravings. Well, I'd get back on the drops, and here we go. So I started coaching a 28-day weight loss challenge with TL for 2 years now and helped like so, so many people. And like I shared this morning, so many wins. And the one that really touches my heart, of course, is Mrs. Charlene Way. I met years and years ago, and I was told from her family, good luck. You would never be able to do anything with her health. And this poor Charlene was over 300 and some pounds. And we've got her today down 150 pounds. So that's
Wow.
what
You
she's
lost a whole
released.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, a whole person gone.
We'll have
So
to get her
now,
on the call sometime.
oh, absolutely, we'll get her on the call to share her story for sure, for
Wow.
sure.
Wow. Wow.
So now my mission basically is, to just help others transform their health and regain their energy,
Mhm.
and unlock freedom
Yeah.
in, every area of their lives, whether it's wealth, health, freedom,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and if I can do it, you can too, and so many other people can as well too. And life changing is possible. So I
Yeah.
just keep on telling everybody, don't wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
And what are you
don't
waiting for? You want to live now, right? You don't want to wait
exactly.
tomorrow or next year,
Yeah.
people kind of put it off. And it's like
Mm.
their health should be number one. Their health should be priority over anything else,
It
really.
certainly
You don't want to
is.
wait till
Yeah.
you're diagnosed with a heart disease or a stroke or something before you start to make changes. So,
That's right. We
yeah.
don't wait for illness. You
Yeah.
just, take
Yeah.
action right away. But
Uh,
when you stop to think of it quickly, Michelle, is that I think our body is more like a car when you think
mhm.
of it, right?
Yep.
Because when we have vehicles, don't we gas up? Of course we do. Do we change the oil? Absolutely we do. Do we maintain the vehicle? We do in order to make it run. Our
We,
bodies,
yeah.
there's no difference,
Yep.
right? You
Yep.
don't
People spend more
maintain it.
money on their vehicles than their own body. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, thank you for allowing me to
Oh,
share my transformation and
thank you. Awesome. Thank you,
yes.
Suzanne. I'm just going to move on and then we can probably have some questions maybe at the end.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Suzanne. That was incredible. So this is a little bit about our lifestyle. You can earn lifestyle points to go towards trips. There is a $10,000 bonus that the company, that's just one of the 8 ways we get paid. They actually put so much of an amount, 15% into savings bonus, and when it reaches 10,000, that's 10,000 US, they write you a check. So that's pretty cool. And you can see you can earn trips. I earned this one to Punta Cana after just being in the company for a year, and I never earned a trip with my other business. So this was pretty special for me. You are treated like royalty. We went on expeditions, like we did zip lining, and then we had lots of corporate calls and meetings, and a farewell dinner. Here was when we were ziplining, a little grasshopper landed on my hand. And yeah, it was just incredible. I know next year they're going to Maui, so that's a big trip, and some of them just came back from Bali. So yeah, you can earn reward trips and travel the world. There's our founders. Darren's our CEO. He's the business guy, guru. He came out of retirement, and actually within 5 days, he purchased. Well, I think it was an amalgamation of so many companies during COVID that were struggling with shipping and that kind of thing. So there was about 14, I think. Last night I heard about five, but I think some had already amalgamated. John Wadsworth is the brand partner that was with Tahitian Noni. So now the two of them are partners. They're best friends. They're neighbors in Puerto Rico. So it's debt-free company, and they're looking at 100-year plan. So this is not just for us and our children, but our grandchildren's children and so on. You can see how passionate we all are about the business and the products. We have, actually, I think this needs to be updated. I think it's 2 million bottles sold now of the drops. We're in 50 plus countries. A new country we're just about to launch is India. And we've sold many bottles of Tahitian Noni. We've got a healthy lifestyle. They voted #1 in the compensation plan and earning and winning awards left and right. There's the countries. You just change the flag to see what products are there, and you can do business anywhere. If we give you everything you need to work your business, your back office, a partner co-share app, onboarding, low time fee, very low time fee, just one time. You don't have to pay it yearly of $39.85. That's with tax in Canada. And in the US, I believe it's $29.95. And they give you an easy system of growth. You're posting twice a day. They give you all the material for what to post, the verbiage and everything. We didn't have that with the other company. And I know within a couple of days of posting, I didn't have product for 2 weeks. I live out in the country, and within 3 days, maybe, I had 70 some people reach out to me wanting information, wanting to purchase. I hit top pay within a week, and it's just been nonstop. You still posting and still have people reaching out to me. It's so different than anything else I've seen before. There's some deals in Canada now that we have the drops. You can buy like a 4-pack, keep your box, your free box, and then sell the other 3 at retail and earn some income. And then ultimate, you can get to ultimate pay or top pay by buying the 1,500, so 10 packs. And you can see you keep the one for yourself, sell the other 29 at retail, and you can see the profit there. So that's a really good option too, and that gets you right to top pay. You can partner with us. It's enrolling is easy. It takes us less than 5 minutes actually. So thank you everybody for joining on. I'm just gonna stop the recording here, or stop the share and then stop the recording. I know it's down here somewhere. Oh.